Alright, so today we're going to show you how to make really good, tender, and juicy barbecue pork chops. So, starting with my seasonings, I got the Montreal steak seasoning salt, garlic powder, some original all-purpose seasoning, some Cajun seasoning, lemon and pepper. And you don't have to use all these, but I do. And definitely meat tenderizer. So sprinkle a little bit of each on there. Cajun seasoning. Lemon pepper. All purpose. This seasoned salt, and then put some of that on there prior to the video shoot. But so let's put all the lids back on. It's always good to clean while you cook. So alright, so next is the barbecue sauce. Sweet vanilla onion. Okay, so we've done put all our seasonings on. Meat tenderizer, Cajun, lemon pepper, Montreal steak, this kind of original. I put a little bit of garlic powder and just a little bit of seasoning salt. Not too much, not too little. So next we're going to put some barbecue sauce on. This is the kind of barbecue sauce that I use. You can use whatever you prefer. Particularly, I like this kind ever since I tried it. So that's what we're going to do for our barbecue pork chops. As soon as I get this thing open. Okay, alright. So what you do is you put a little bit of this on each one. You don't have to use your hands if you're picky with it, but please, if you do use your hands, probably prefer you wash your hands, especially being flu season. That'd be gross, right? Okay, so we'll rub that on, then you flip them. And also, prior to the video, I did season both sides. So you should season both sides. Put some more barbecue sauce on this side. Don't be greedy, because when you cook it, a lot of it will fall off. And what's left in this jar, I'm going to continue to pour on it to caramelize it while it's cooking. That's what it looks like. Yum, yum. They smell so good too when they're cooking. Alright. Okay, so now you can use about a pan about this big. I'm going to put the pan, and I'm going to put it on about medium, a line after medium, be fine. So what you'll do is you can use olive oil if that's what you prefer, but I'm going to use some vegetable oil, just a little bit, not too much, just to keep it, keep it going. Going to rub it around a little bit to get it started. Okay, now while that heats up, also I didn't tell you prior to the video too is if you don't like washing dishes as much, like I don't, you can get one sheet of aluminum foil and fold the corners up to keep it from falling out, and use that to keep your pork chops from making a big mess. So like I said, I'm going to keep this barbecue sauce too on the side here, because when this is cooking, I want it to kind of caramelize while it's cooking, and it will do that, and I'll show you how to do that. So this is preheating up. I'm also going to get this. I'm going to fill it up to about 1/4 a cup of water. That's just to help the barbecue caramelize while it's cooking. So we got this going. It's about preheated pretty good. Alright, so let's get our barbecue pork chops and get ready to lay them on there. It didn't quite preheat as strong as I wanted it to exactly, but you should try to let it, you know, cook and heat up long enough to where you put your pork chops in here, and when you do, it'll kind of start already cooking. But since it didn't and I already got one in there, I'm just going to continue. So let's put all of our pork chops. And two, I like to not waste, so I'm going to scrape out some of this barbecue here with a good seasoning that may have fallen off while it was getting prepped here. We're going to pour this in here. We're going to save that. Alright. Okay. So, see what it looks like in the pan cooking. And let this cook for, I don't know, say 10 minutes on each side or less. Depends on, you know, how your stove cooks, how quick it cooks, and how good of a different pan you got than I do. So we'll come back in just a few. Alright, and we're back. So pork chops are starting to cook a little bit like that, starting to smoke just a hair. So that's the time when you want to pour just a little bit of water in there over the side. Don't pour it directly on the pork chop as you got the barbecue sauce on top. And you're going to add a couple squirts of barbecue sauce around the pork chops to kind of give it something to caramelize with, so that the flavor just goes right into your pork chop. Okay, so I'm using this kind of pan. I'm not going to use no kind of hard utensil on it. So right now what you're going to do is you're going to stir in around it the barbecue sauce. I'll bring it close so you can see. So you just stir around in circles like that to kind of get that barbecue to start to caramelize. You don't want it to burn. And especially if your barbecue pork chops have not cooked halfway yet, you don't want to do that. See, that's why I recommend non-stick pan. I know you've just seen that. That's perfectly fine. I love this pan. This pan has done me good. So, like I said, any heavy looking grease spots, try to move around some barbecue to fill that in. It smells so good. So let's make sure we ain't got no barbecue spots. It's trying to cook more quicker than the barbecue pork chops are. Okay, so we're gonna let that. We're gonna cut this down about right there. Okay. Alright, so, you know, just let it cook. No rushing with it. And just let it do its job. Alright, so now it's been cooking for about, say, 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it so I can get it caramelizing like it should. So go ahead and flip your barbecue pork chops over. Normally I let them sit a little longer, but since I'm just trying to do the video to show you how, we're going to just flip them now. It's not going to hurt anything. Keep stirring that sauce around so that it don't, you know, sit there and overcook itself. And we'll come back. Now we're going to flip them. Added a little bit of barbecue sauce. So go ahead and flip them. And I'll come back when they're done. Finished product. We're going to finish cooking the rest of the food, and I'm going to come back and show you the meal. Okay, so I told you I'd come back with a finished product video, and here it is. We got pasta salad, macaroni and cheese. Actually, it's sharp cheddar macaroni and cheese with some peas, mashed potatoes, buttered corn, pork chops, barbecue pork chops, and yeast roll, and sweet tea. Finished product.